I got Starlink, so I gotta set that up because I don't think I have much signal around here. And I'm in Oregon. I'm about an hour away from Cannon Beach. But yeah, let's actually rewind a little bit and I'll show you how I got here. So in today's video is probably going to be like a real life example of what it's like living on the road. I'm not always going to be in the mountains or like on the beach or anything, doing overlanding, camping, all those cooking stuff. Sometimes you actually just got to be back into the city and just do chores and stuff. And so that is what I'm going to do today. I also have to pick up Starlink. We'll get to that in a little bit. Today is all the stuff. I got to go back to my storage unit, grab some stuff, kind of clean up the 4Runner just because super messy, and then I knew that I was gonna miss a couple things while I was living on the road. So extra toothpaste, my camping chair for an example is one of them, is a huge one. The plan would be to go to the storage unit, pick up Starlink, buy some groceries, and then kind of plan out the day and see where we go from there. Also got to do another set of laundry just because I'm constantly back and forth within the gym, so I kind of have two separate pairs of clothes. Laundry can get full pretty quick, but yeah, let's start the day. I'm actually going to go on a rant here in a little bit, so just hear me out. Anyways, I got these SSW wheels and I had a shop, Les Schwab to be exact, put them on. And after a couple of days, I started hearing this grinding noise or this knock from the wheel. So I went back there and asked them about it, and they said, we didn't hear any noise and we couldn't find anything, but we think the noise is coming from your roof rack. And I told them, I'm not going to deny the fact that my roof rack makes a lot of noise. The noise you're talking about is coming from a rack. I'm like, the noise I'm talking about is coming from the wheel. And I also feel it in the steering wheel every time the rotation happens. They were convinced that it was coming from the rack. There was nothing that they could have done. So I went to get my body mount chop at Meal Expedition, and they were like, we have good news and bad news. The good news is the chop is done and your car is ready to go. And they did an amazing job. The bad news is they said whoever put your wheels on stripped the entire front two wheels studs. So it's like, we can put your wheel back on. Well, in fact, they could barely take the wheel off. They said it was torqued to over 200 pounds, which is, in my opinion, kind of crazy that a shop that would torque that much. But they said, yeah, we could barely take your wheel off. We know for sure one of your studs is destroyed because it just spins. It doesn't even tighten anymore. So yeah, they destroyed the lugs. I went back there. They couldn't do anything about it. So anyways, that set my plans back probably a good week or two because I could not stand the noise, and I didn't feel comfortable doing any off-roading with knowingly that the studs on the wheel is gone. So the last thing I would want to do is be in the middle of nowhere and my wheel comes off. But yeah, anyways, that's the whole rant. Normally I get a pretty good experience from Les Schwab, but just this time I was not very happy, and the fact that they told me that it was not their fault and it was my rack kind of actually left a pretty bad taste in my mouth. But anyways, I'm thinking about heading out to the coast just because going down to Colorado, it's a landlocked state, so you're not going to see beaches anywhere unless it's like, you know, at a alpine lake or something. Okay, so a couple years ago, I went to Iceland, and one of the first things that everyone told me was that the food was super expensive. So don't go out to eat every night. That was the suggestion. So I went to Costco and basically lived off these chicken rotisserie salads and a bunch of other sandwiches that I bought. So I feel like it's kind of appropriate to head out to Costco and stock up on just a bunch of pre-made sandwiches and stuff like this. So going to donate this, pack up some more stuff, and then we'll head down to pick up the Starlink. to Oregon, Astoria to be exact. I'm going to hit up a Walmart and grab some gas. I always like seeing the sunset on the coast. It's, I don't know, super peaceful. Actually, I lied. I'm not going to go to a Walmart. I'm actually going to head to a Fred Meyer's. I like Fred Meyer's a lot better than Walmart, especially when it comes to groceries and stuff. And they also have a gas station. So I'll see you guys in there. I don't know if this is true or anything, but I feel like they give you a lot more food if you go inside rather than the drive-thru. So I'm gonna go inside. The sunset is actually right in front of us, but it's not looking too good as for wanting the sun to shine through the shipwreck. So yeah, just gonna wait here for maybe a couple more minutes just to see how it is, and then yeah, we'll see what I can grab. Obviously not the best sunset, but I'm glad I'm at the coast, and I think that's the most important part. So we have all pretty much week or 2 weeks, however long I get down to finish the coast. So now gonna go find camp, and worst case scenario, there's a rest stop at the very bottom of the trail. So gonna do that, and I have a plan A and plan B. I'll show you the spot. This is it, which is pretty crazy because it is a full moon today. And it's popping out over there, but 2 or 3 neighbors actually up that way. But this is, I'm more excited to see what this place looks like in the morning when, you know, the sun's out, but clear skies today. I was actually gonna fly my drone around just to get some rolls, but I didn't want to be too noisy, especially when there's people around. Yeah, this place can fit a good like 7 or 8 people pretty comfortably. Here is camp, and I don't have too much signal, so I'm gonna set up Starlink. And oh, actually, I should probably explain to you how I got here. I'm actually in Oregon, like maybe an hour away from Cannon Beach to be exact. So this is the Starlink Mini, and this is literally the size of an iPad. But I'm gonna set this up. Let's test this out. It'll be my first time using it. I think this is what I'm gonna do for now. Just set this up here, and if it asks me to move it, I'll just move it. But seeing how the sun's coming up, I'm gonna take out the solar panel as well. Solar panels here is pulling in roughly 60 watts, which is good. And then let's see if I can connect to Starlink. So I got everything set up, coffee made, all that stuff. Solar panel is currently charging. It's at, sun's coming out a lot more, but it's still looking at, I don't know if you can see that, but around 58 watts. Turning the Starlink on is pulling in about 18 to 20. I also have the fridge on, but it's actually not running at the moment. I am currently pulling in roughly 125 after my speed test, so not too bad. It's actually really good. But yeah, anyways, going to get to work, so I'm gonna hang out here for a little bit. All right, so what I'm probably gonna do is actually pack up. There is a rest stop down the road that I gotta go use. And I'm most likely just gonna come back here and camp for another night, probably meal prep a little bit, and then yeah, slowly work my way down the coast. So I'll see you guys in the next episode.